What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Look, I'm gonna make this real simple. Scott Larson's been on air running his mouth. I don't know if you saw his video, but if you did, my two immediate reactions were both yawn and yikes. Uh, Yawn because oh my god, the brain has had a lobotomy. There's no way that a cognitive thought came out of anything that he said, and we're all now more just stupid for listening to it. That's one. Point number two is I thought this was already done and over with. But apparently, he's got these people that like him or whatever, and they have decided to send stars or send likes or reactions or something to get him to come back on air. Okay. I also don't understand the retirement statement. He keeps saying, I retired, I retired, I retired. No, you didn't retire, you quit. What happened was you talked about things you're not supposed to talk about. You got PP slapped by a promoter, and now here we are again. So I'm just all kinds of confused as to why. But I digress. Let's see here. This dude kept mentioning five guys when it came to the King Enterprises. Five guys, five. He said it at least twice. Dude, I'm not sure where your brain is, but if you're talking about five guys and we look at you, we automatically know you're talking about the fast food chain. You're not talking about the five men in KE. Because also, why would Michael King be on a recruiting trip? It's easy. You can take over one promotion with five guys. You can take over the entire Southeast with a lot more soldiers. So let's be clear. You think that this is about one place or one title or one person. You're the reason for misinformation. Once again, hashtag goof is fake news. That is plain and simple. And he kept going and saying all these weird things like, and he was talking real dicked up like he was trying to be maniacal like the Riddler or the Joker or somebody. Somebody relevant. He was attempting to do that. Obviously, yet again, it didn't work. Zero relevance. Talked about his view count. Brother, we've all seen your view count. 3 years ago, you could have considered yourself the top of the heap. Speaking of heap, Jack, I need you to calm down before you have yourself another heart attack. I've always wondered, though, did you prefer to get buried or did you prefer to get cremated? Because if you preferred to get cremated, I always wondered when you're that big, does it mean you need a bigger urn? I mean, look, I know you live in a single wide, but when you die, would your casket be a double wide? And we live right here, we're not too far from Tennessee, the land of country music. That sounds like a country song to me. My fat ass wouldn't fit, so now I need a double wide casket or some fuck like that because you have no decorum when it comes to doing this. You can't control your emotions. You can't keep your attendance going. I don't know what this guy wants. I really don't know what he wants. I guess he's trying to use us to stay relevant, which I don't blame him. I really don't. When you're the number one rated, faction in a region, you're going to get picked on. When your podcast isn't drawing what you thought it did or what you thought you should, of course, you're going to go pick on me. You're calling me a rival. A rival. I don't consider us rivals because we don't cover the same things. You continually interview any and everybody. You talk about any and every show that'll pay you. That's cool. Good for you. Where in my case, I'm promoting these shows because I believe in them. Promote the people I believe in. I support the people I believe in. If you want to know if I believe in you, send me a direct message and we can find out if I believe in you because I'm not going to put you on air on my show if I don't have some sort of faith in you to do something or be something better than you already are. Didn't you get it? Luka Daniels was the very first guest on The Wrestling Wire, right after he made his WWE which you say he hasn't had a match in WWE. It was right after he had his match on WWE main event. Chase Emery was on here right after he was on AEW Dark. I mean, you kept bumping your gums, but you weren't saying anything. If you could find a way to stay relevant, that'd be great. If you could find a way to make sense, that would be even better. And if you could control your emotions and not get butthurt over every time somebody argues with you or comes at you, you talk about poking the bear. I mean, you're the size of a bear, but other than that, that's about it. What more do you have? Your websites have been seized. There's no website out there that anybody would believe would be operated by you. The King Enterprises, now that they've seized your sites, that site's already gotten more hit traffic than it had in the last 5 years. And you've been running your show for 6. Something's got to give here, guy. The numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. You're right, they don't. We're looking at the hit counters every day. You think we don't watch numbers? You think I don't look at numbers? I look at everybody's numbers. I look at everybody's product. I know what everybody's doing. That's why I tell people, when you speak to me as if I already know everything. And then we'll just go from there. You've got to be the most clueless person in independent professional wrestling, and you're not even in. What we need you to do is just stay a fan. Matter of fact, I beg you to do me a favor. I want you to do me a favor. I want you and your family to continue to go to HWA and give them your money. Please keep going there and putting money in Joey Godfrey's hands. And I'm going to tell you why. Because eventually, what's going to happen is this. You're going to spend enough money there. I mean, in the concession stand, you might spend enough in one night. I don't know. But you're going to put enough money into that to where I'll walk in and get handed my envelope and it'll be all your money and all money from your family. I will literally be coming in to collect a pay that's strictly Scott Larson Tholden money. I will go eat on that money. I will drive home on that money. I will go, God, if it's your concession money, I may go to the store and buy a new television on that money. It all depends. But the reality is this. Larson, you didn't retire. You quit. You emotionally detached from everything. Stop stepping into things that you don't have any business in. Stop getting involved with the people you don't have any business being involved with. Number one, including me. I'm just going to tell you, I buy ink by the barrel. I talk for a living. What do you do for a living? Sit on your ass. Post on social medias. That's it? Brother, you don't have the time to keep up with me. I'm sorry. The reality is, when it comes to the rest of King Enterprises, they don't even need to acknowledge you or your statements. They're going to in their own time and in their own words. That's fantastic. But as far as them needing to come on and say anything, they're too busy collecting checks. Because unlike you and unlike a lot of people in this scene, you don't understand it. I'll spell this statement out for you one more time, and it's going to be what I say on my way out the door because I got stuff to do. I really have other things that I need to do besides this. So here's my closing statement in this. You continue to play checkers, we'll keep playing chess. It's all about the long game. You worried about getting kinged, whatever that means for you. Whereas we chase and collect checks until it's checkmate, which spells the end. Sir, do your best to stay out of my way. Let me catch these comments real quick. Adam Cantrell, he won't stop. And I don't need any approval for this or any of his praise. It's getting ridiculous. Dude, he's trying to, you see what he's doing. I've seen him do it on every single interview he's done with anybody on KE because he's dumb and he's a mark. He's actually a skid mark. If you don't know what a skid mark is, go eat some really bad food and then check your draws. That's a skid mark. That's Scott Larson handled. Um, the guy is insane. I don't know what it is, but he keeps trying to drive a wedge in King Enterprises. He doesn't understand that this is a family that's about making money, and that's what we do. We make money, we break bread, we have a great time wherever we go. It's how we do business. Brandon Land said, KE will reign supreme. You're right. Stravy Sones, you're right. It is. He can't even count. No, he can't. Oh, you'll have an official platform soon. Very well. You handle that. Stravy said this is golden. And hey, pot calling the kettle black, fat ass. What are you doing? Oh, and from my direct messenger, somebody said, want a shovel. No, I don't want a shovel. It would take too long to dig that hole. I have a backhoe. I work smart, not hard, unlike other people that, people watch online. At any rate, guys, look, I've got things to do. I've got an 8 o'clock appointment. So listen here. I'm going to go drink this beer and get ready for my 8 o'clock appointment. Y'all have a great night and thus proclaim.